Hey everybody, it's all NASCAR 23. This diecast review will be on Chase Elliott's 2018 NAPA number 9 Camaro. The paint scheme, I must say, is nice by itself. As for the way it came out on this particular diecast, I think anybody who's taken a look at it by now knows what's wrong with it, and that I'm going to go over in just a little bit when I give my overall opinion on it. But I think to start with, we'll just take a look at the paint scheme and how it's laid out. One thing to notice is the way the blue on the hood comes up towards the windshield, kind of at an angle. And you'll notice that it comes up in the same way as the NAPA logo on the hood. It kind of matches that. The top half of the hexagon of the NAPA logo is the blue in the background on the hood. That kind of top half of it kind of matches along, and then you've got that little yellow and blue sort of swoosh that comes out along the sides of that, goes down to the front tires. I think that's pretty nice, actually. If you take a minute to analyze that and really look at that, you'll notice that the shape is, the background there, that blue on the hood, is pretty much the shape of the NAPA logo, that top half of it. And then in the back of the car you got a blue sort of top half which extends out just past the rear tire, comes up to the window net in a slant past the B-pillar. And you'll notice also this little yellow and blue that comes out from towards the middle of the window, little yellow and blue line comes to a point just above the Mountain Dew logo near the tire, the rear tire. You'll see that it also comes out from below the tail light on the quarter panel. Also comes to a point below the American Ethanol logo, that same sort of line, which the lines don't connect obviously, and they're not meant to look like that. But two interesting things that I think really stuck out to me about the way the paint scheme was designed. Those are the things that I noticed. That's what I took away from it, sort of the little things that you might not notice if you don't take the time to really look at it. So now, to go over the sponsors, we got NAPA on the hood, number 9, Hendrick Motorsports. On the B-pillar, we've got Axalta, Bosch, I believe that is Freightliner. I cannot tell what the one is below that. Is that? Honestly, I don't even know. Can't even focus my own eyes in on that. But Mac Tools, Siemens, Mountain Dew on the bottom, NAPA Auto Parts along the side, Kelly Blue Book, Valvoline on the C-pillar, Sun Energy 1 on the across the quarter panel, American Ethanol, the Valvoline on the back, NAPA Know-How, Camaro number 9, NAPA Auto Parts, Elliott on the rear windshield, NAPA Know-How on the roof. This side, paint scheme wise, same as the other. So for the clear flaw in this car, never in all the times I've seen this car on TV have I seen such an amount of sparkles on it. I don't know what Lionel did or did not do to this car. To me, it looks like they dropped it in glitter or poured silver glitter on the car, blew off the excess onto the wet decals that had not yet dried, and just packaged them that way. To me, that's what it looks like. Because I thought at first, well, maybe this is a mistake, because I actually ordered 2 of these by accident. So I thought, well, maybe this is just this one car, and maybe the other one won't be that way. Well, no, they both came like this, so Lionel screwed this up pretty bad. And it just so happens to be one of the most anticipated cars this early in the year, of course. Perfect one to screw up. But you'll notice just the excessive amount of sparkles, glitter, whatever you want to call that. It just does not belong on this car. And it really makes it a pain to look at, because it looks like a mistake. It looks like it shouldn't be that way, but that's how they were produced. And it's quite annoying to look at, because that's not what the render certainly showed. Because I mean, they've produced a lot of cars in the past with sparkly paint, with kind of that nice finish on it. I don't know if that's what they were going for here or not, I don't know if they missed the clear coat. Something went horribly wrong, and nobody seemed to catch it. I don't know what the prototype looked like when NAPA even approved this. It couldn't have looked like that, otherwise they got some horrible marketing and licensing people up there, but this is just not okay. Look at that back of the car. It looks like a outer space background. That's horrible. Just horrible. Now, if you've got the money to spend or you're just that big of an Elliott fan, then yeah, go ahead and get it. But if you're on a budget or you're considering, you're weighing your options, maybe you want to get one paint scheme over another for this number 9 car this year, in a rare move here, I'm going to not recommend this car. Not because of the paint scheme itself, but because of the whatever mistake was made in producing this is really the reason I'm gonna tell you, don't buy it if you don't have to, or if you are cautiously choosing which ones you're going to get because of maybe money. Avoid this one if you can, because I can't say I regret getting this, but I regret the way it turned out, and I'm not satisfied at all. The paint scheme, paint scheme wise, quality of the overall car, I could give it an 8 to 9 out of 10, but with what happened to it in production, whatever that may be, I think I'm going to give the way this came out a 4 to a 5, because just the glitter stuff on this just ruins it. There's no other way to put it, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Although I don't think you're going to find too many people out there pleased with all the specs all over it, because that's not how the car looks in real life, at least not to my knowledge. I've never noticed enormous glitter bits all over the car. So yeah, I don't normally tell you not to buy a car. I'm usually very enthusiastic in recommending it, but now I'm enthusiastic in suggesting you don't get it if you can't, or you're considering something else, or you don't have to. That's not something I usually do. But I'll give you, even though we've seen a lot of this car already, I'll give you one last 360 view. The hood, the left side, back of the car. My gosh, that's horrible. The right side, the hood, the top, deck lid, my gosh, bottom of the car. All in all, paint scheme's nice. Love that it's a Camaro, but what Lionel did to this car is just not okay. I don't know how it passed through like this, and I just wouldn't recommend it to you if you don't absolutely have a reason to get it. Wait for the next car, the Hooters scheme, the Kelly Blue Book scheme. That's a nice one. Just in case you're waiting for the Mountain Dew car, I should remind you, if you don't know already, that car is not scheduled to ship out until November. The one he ran in the Clash, just a heads up. That was last I checked anyway, so just so you're aware that will probably be one of his last paint schemes to be released this season. In case you're waiting for that, it's going to be a long time still before the Mountain Dew car ever comes around. So that's about it. That's about all I have to say for this one. I do have this review coming up right after. I love this car. This is, my opinion, will be much the opposite on that one of this car. So be sure to check that one out and my other recent reviews as well. But for now, remember to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you all for watching. See you guys later.